In the world of prison escapes, few stories are as audacious, cinematic, and downright unbelievable as that of Pascal Payet, a man who didn't just break out of prison once, but twice, using a helicopter. Born in France in 1973, Pascal Payet was no ordinary criminal. By his mid-20s, he was already involved in high-profile robberies, many of them violent. He was smart, resourceful, and had a talent for planning. But what would make him infamous was not the crimes he committed, but how he got away. In 1997, Payet and an armed crew attempted a robbery that ended in a deadly shootout. One man was killed. Pascal was captured and sentenced to 30 years in prison. But he had no intention of serving that sentence. On October 12, 2001, at Louin's prison in southern France, the guards heard something unusual: the thump of helicopter blades. Before anyone could react, a hijacked helicopter landed right in the prison yard. On board, armed men. Within moments, they had landed, extracted Payet, and flown off, leaving stunned prison staff behind. It was the kind of escape you'd expect in a Hollywood movie. Precision-timed, clean, fast. The helicopter had been stolen from a nearby airfield. The pilot had been forced at gunpoint to participate in the escape. Once Payet was safe, the helicopter was abandoned and the pilot released unharmed. Authorities were shocked. France hadn't seen anything like it. But that was only the beginning. Payet stayed underground for over a year. In 2003, he was caught in Spain and extradited back to France. By then, his legend had already started to grow. The authorities knew they had a high-risk inmate on their hands. He was placed in solitary confinement, constant surveillance, frequent prison transfers to keep him off balance. But none of it worked. On July 14, 2007, Bastille Day, France's national holiday, Payet's associates struck again. A hijacked helicopter landed on the roof of Grasse prison. 4 masked men stormed the facility. Again, they moved with speed and precision. They reached Payet's cell, extracted him, and within minutes, they were back in the air, flying off with France's most wanted man. This time, the escape was even bolder. It happened in broad daylight, on a national holiday, and with the entire country watching. It was a direct insult to the French justice system. Payet was now a symbol, not just of criminal ingenuity, but of state embarrassment. The second escape triggered a massive manhunt. Over 100 officers were assigned to track him down. Airports were watched. Borders were locked. His photo was plastered across Europe. After 7 weeks on the run, Payet was finally caught in Spain, again. This time in Mataró, near Barcelona. He was brought back to France under the highest security. Authorities didn't take any more chances. He was placed under 24-hour surveillance, transferred from prison to prison with no pattern, no contact with other inmates, no time outside. His communication was restricted. His visits were monitored. They wanted to make sure there would never be a third helicopter. The aftermath was significant. France overhauled its prison security. Helicopter landing zones were removed from many prisons. Airspace around facilities was restricted. Anti-helicopter measures were installed on rooftops. And Payet. He was given additional years for the escape and for organizing the operation while in prison. He became a ghost in the system, locked away, isolated, and used as a cautionary tale. But even behind bars, his legend remains. He is one of the very few people in modern history to successfully escape prison by helicopter. Twice. Not as a passenger in someone else's plan, but as the mastermind behind it all. Pascal Payet didn't just break out of prison, he embarrassed the system. He rewrote the rules of what was possible in a prison escape. And for a brief moment, he was the man who flew above it all, literally. Some call him a criminal genius, others call him reckless. But one thing's for sure, Pascal Payet turned real life into an action movie and got away with it, at least for a little while.